counterparts watched helplessly in horror and fear. A video which was 10 minutes and 51 seconds, which was captured on a mobile phone, showed a leader of the abducted passengers soliciting the assistance of the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and other members of the international community. Now, that video has generated widespread anger from the victims' families and Nigerians who berated the federal government over its failure to rescue the hostages who have been in captivity for about 4 months. Now, there have been demands. The terrorists who were demanding a 100 million naira ransom for each of the 43 abductees were said to have been annoyed by the delayed payment of the ransom. And now, as part of their demands, the militants had requested the release of 15 terrorist commanders, including their children, detained by the military in an undisclosed amount of cash. Now, there was a prison break, the Kuje custodial facility. We talked about that with the executive director of Power, and we've also seen efforts, or we heard of efforts by the families of the victims to reach out to the terrorists in order to see if they can, make some payments. And then we hear that effort has been thwarted by the military. Well, these terrorists have gone on to vow to abduct the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and also the Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, senators, and other prominent Nigerians, including the governors of different states, in order to destabilize the country if their demands are not met. In the studio with me this morning is none other than Kelechi Imo, a social commentator and an integral member of this organization. I'd have to describe him that way. He's been following this development. I'd like to, have your thoughts. Flogging the victims now, eh?
TC, good morning. Good morning, listeners. It's so touching. Since yesterday when I saw that video, especially on Twitter, I felt really, really bad. I can't really describe how I felt, because I couldn't help but imagine the pain, the torture, the psychological trauma that is going on in the minds of both the victim and the families of those victims.
Yeah.
In fact, I even saw a youth corps member who was also one of them that was adopted and was being flogged. So TC, we are certainly at the edge of precipice in this country. It's something too bad, and this is something that honestly I'm speechless. I can only hope and pray that the authorities will do the needful to get those victims released. And
now, what is the needful? They're asking for the release of some notorious persons, of which we hear about 60-something Boko Haram members escaped. And now, are the leaders in question not part of those who escaped?
Well, you see, 100
million per head, with a threat to sell them off as slaves, just like they did Chibok girls. That's a statement that made the rounds from the video there.
You see, I don't know what to say really, because I blame the government for all this. The government has its responsibility to first protect lives and properties. It's obvious that the government has failed in that responsibility. And it's also more painful because we are yet to be convinced that the government is doing enough to ensure that these victims are released. Why would you put such a video on social media? What do you want us to be doing? To be clapping for you and saying, oh, you are doing so great? And until now, the President of the Federal Republic has not issued any statement saying, condemning it or whatever. It's really terrible, and I feel pained, and I can't imagine, I can't describe what is going on, because this is beyond torture.
Okay, hold on.
This is an inhuman.
Okay. Speaking while the beating was going on, the Abductees leader, who was not identified, says they are part of those who were kidnapped from the Kaduna-bound train, and their family members are supposed to come for them, but the Nigerian government has hindered them from coming to receive them. Now, he says he's taking the opportunity to call on the international community and greater countries such as England, America, France, and Saudi Arabia to intervene to ensure that they receive their freedom. What can the international community do in this case? And now the fact that family members tried to reach out to the terrorists, and
the government is stopping the movement.
The military, in quote, that's the allegation.
They can't negotiate with terrorists.
So, where does this leave us?
Well, the only thing at this moment the international community can do is to put pressure on the government to do what is right. And one thing, with my little knowledge, I can tell you that the international community, the way it operates, the diplomacy and all that, they can reach out to dialogue and all. But what I'm still finding very difficult to understand is why the military people are stopping the families of these people to negotiate. And what are they telling the families? Are they giving them hope? Are they promising them that they will be released? Because one thing that happens in this country is, this is all over social media. Give it another 2 days, we move over to the next topic, and it's as if everybody everywhere is quiet. So what is that hope that the military or the Nigerian government is giving to the family of the victims, telling them that yes, we told you to stop, but this is what we are doing to ensure that they are being released? Are they being given up-to-date information? Are they being carried along? What is going on? These are the questions the families want to know. Not in another 1 month we'll see another video of maybe this time being macheted.
Now, the leaders of the victims' family, under the umbrella of relatives of AK9 Abuja Kaduna train kidnapped passengers Aminu Othman, said the interception of the ransom by the military infuriated the terrorists. So apparently some families had raised funds and they were willing to go, make exchange with the terrorists in order to get, their family members. And according to Othman, he said the video and what you heard, 3 of the victims' relatives arranged with them for their release. And when they went to the terrorist camp, the military stopped them from, making
payments.
No, getting into the areas, like it was cordoned off of some sort, and the military didn't let them pass through. And having heard that, it triggered the video.
Now the question is, how did the terrorists got to know that such a conversation happened?
Well, they're in touch with the family members, definitely. Maybe we're trying to make efforts and we've been hindered. You
see, there's a lot of intelligent gathering one needs to do.
Exactly.
This shouldn't be happening. If it was a secret, it shouldn't have come up in the public domain. So you discover there is a lot of lack of intelligent gathering surrounding this whole operation. And yet, these terrorists have the guts to put up a video and telling the government you cannot do anything. What is giving them that morale to be even doing that? We should be asking this question. At this point, the United Nations can only appeal to the conscience of the government, speak all the grammar they can speak.
Yeah.
And if Nigeria is a sovereign state, are you getting it? So we've had countless of experiences where things like this happened, and it does appear the international community were silent. Even if they spoke out, the buck ends at the table of the president. So the president needs to act. If we need help, which I think we do, there is no shame in asking for help.
So you think the government needs help?
It has gotten to that point. We need help. We need help. Let us rescue these people. Let us get our security architecture right. Then we can come back and see on how we can restore our pride and dignity and all those stuff. For now, human life is what is involved, and we need to get those people out of captivity.
Well, no one cannot tell the level of pain inflicted on those victims. This is Victims' Voices. Do contribute via our phone lines if you want to, weigh in on the conversation going on. Yes, you can. The numbers to call 0808 1826 949, 0811 6052 949. 0808 1826 949 0811 6052 949. In what has been described as a new record in war crimes, the terrorists who attacked and kidnapped the Kaduna-bound train passengers on March 28, 2022 became more impatient and vicious with their remaining 43 victims as they flogged them mercilessly in a new video as an expression of their dissatisfaction with the government, which is yet to accede to their request. I'll just be asking you the worst thing that could come out of this. What do you think are the possibilities, just like we see Hollywood movies? Just hold that thought. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Chike.
Okay.
Chike, how are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah,
We can't hear you. Are you still there? The network seems erratic. The Nigerian military is not helpless, according to the presidency. In a statement, the senior special assistant to the president, Muhammadu Buhari, on media and publicity, Garba reacted. He knocked the terrorists for using what he described as propaganda to compel the government to yield to their demands. And it's, according to the statement, I'll read and quote, "It suffices to say that the security forces are not relenting. They are acutely aware of their duties, responsibilities, and what the nations expect of them. Whenever they embark upon these actions, they expect that the public should provide them with the needed support," Shehu said in a statement. Wow. Shehu said that the nation's security forces are not helpless and will not display their tactics to the media.
With due respect to Shehu, what tactics? Some people are being flogged. We are seeing videos, and you are saying you won't display whatever tactics you have. You don't need to come on social media and start speaking English again. I have a problem with all this English speaking. Go into there, find the results, get these people rescued. That is the only way. Nigeria is at the brink. We just need hope. We just need hope. The families of these victims need to have the assurances that yes, their words, their husbands, their wives, they need to come out there alive, and not all those tweets.
Let's get to the phone lines again. We got 11 minutes on the clock. 0808 1826 949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
So good morning, young man in the studio.
Good morning.
Yeah, Niger Somalia.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, young man, security in the country is becoming something else that Nigeria cannot control. Believe what I'm telling you. Now, the presidency knows where these people are, and they know them. If they don't know them, tell me how they could go to their camp and come out and give them ransom money if they don't know them. They know what is happening in this country. I'm only sorry for some part of this country, that is South as a whole. And then what I'm telling you, this must never come to stop, no matter whatever Buhari do. And he is aware of this before he comes in as the president of this country. Let him do something to make sure they condone it or make him resign honorably. So he will remain himself as Buhari. That is all I've got to say. Thank you so much.
All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, the guest today.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Victor, calling from the same state.
Go ahead.
Yes, this is better. It's unfortunate what is going on in this country concerning insecurity. And I must say, and I keep on saying it, that Buhari knows what is going on in this country. I must tell you.
We cannot hear you clearly.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
I am saying that whatever is going on in this country, Buhari is aware of it. I must say so. I think of when those militants were blowing up the pipelines. It has been moving of security Buhari in that region. Not only that, are protesting. Buhari also sends military to them. When he was trying to arrest him on the corner, he put all the effort to grab the young man. What actually stopped him from using the same method, the same tactic, the same system against those Boko Haram and the bandits to stop this ugly and the sudden activities? Look at what is going on all over the country. Every day we are having killing, kidnapping, raping.
Okay, wrap up your thoughts, please.
It's quite unfortunate, Titi Bara.
I can hear you getting quite impassioned. I can understand that. All reactions have continued to come in. I would want to take yours live on radio. Garba Show is reassuring Nigerians that the president wishes to reassure the public that that the president has done all and even more than what is expected of him as commander-in-chief by way of morale, material and equipment, support for the military, and expects nothing short of good results in the immediate. All right, 0808-1826-949. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Titi Barak.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Good morning, the other morning, the studio.
Kelechi Imo is the name.
My name is Moranya from Amibobasa, but I'm representing from Ohio Mechanics Village.
Okay.
The statement made by the bandits telling that they are coming after Erufai and Buhari, I condemn that statement. You see, insecurity has come the topic of the day in this country. Look at bandits trying to turn Nigeria into a football game. You know, in a football game, when the coach gives, the ref gives you a yellow card, you know what that means?
Yeah.
They are trying to threaten the president that they will kidnap him and everything. The president should take action. Those service chief, he should get an emergency meeting with them. They should tackle those guys. Look at those people they are flogging there in their custody. They should go and release those people. They are human beings. All they are talking about is 2023. And I say again that we Nigerians, we should try to vote in people. So I will help us and tackle the
All right. Thank you very much. What a way to squeeze that in, but that's not nice. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my ally in the house.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
Yes, Shiny Man, I go young. You find welcome on my way to Amin.
Okay.
My brother, they said Buhari have done enough. I don't know what is happening to this week. Is it a Ashes track? Is it all the 36 Igbo man is involved? Is it a Niger bridge, political bridge? Is it killing everywhere? Is it only to plan and arrange Nnamdi Kanu to come back home in this country? But to make things lower price, a common gas cooking poor man use it. High price, hiking price, increasing fuel every day. People are dying in hunger. Students are not going to school. Service chiefs are not working. You only need to talk of million. From Abacha to up this moment. All the money they are looted. What are they using this for? Nothing. They are still following in international. We are dying, we are suffering. People that are talking are saying that the Buhari have done enough. Now what for them? I don't think that they have family. For what we are suffering. Go to market now. You see every day. People are crying. Gas cooking. Hiking prices. Fuel increasing. Giving the roads.
All right.
And nowhere. They are just political roads.
Thank
what
you.
roads? Now,
A lot of people are just slaying all their issues out there, not concentrating on the topic of discourse. But then I asked you a question, before we start taking the calls. What do you think could be the next line of action if you had to preempt, these terrorists?
I think we have a call coming.
We're wrapping up now.
Okay, for me, the worst case scenario.
Yes.
Won't be surprised we'll see a video of them killing them on live.
You think they might get to that point?
They might get to that point. If you saw the video yesterday, the one that was released yesterday,
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
Okay.
They were practically flogging them.
They were flogging them.
With sticks. With sticks. And you know, if you are not strong, you can't survive that. Coupled with the fact that you've been there, I don't know, it's not more than a month now.
March 28th.
Beautiful.
April, May, June, this is July. So next 3 days or so will make it 4 months.
You can imagine. So, TC, it's quite a sad situation.
We just hope it doesn't get to that point where executions will be done on live video. This is the much we can take on victims' voices. Because of the incident yesterday, we had to bring it to the front burner to take center stage. I've been in the studio with Kelechi Mo. We can only pray for those persons who are still under captivity, for God to continue to protect them, and for the possibility of securing their immediate release.
Amen, TC Barra. Amen.
That's the much we can take on the program today. We'll come back next week, Monday at 9:30 a.m. Do continue to listen to Flow 94.9 on frequency modulated band. 10 will be the platform.